A woman in a mobility chair rolls past a sign reading COVID-19 vaccine. As they roll past, they reveal text that reads, "What to expect? Accessibility at State of Minnesota vaccination sites."
The state of Minnesota is committed to offering accessible vaccination sites for all Minnesotans.
A collage of videos shows clips of people interacting at different areas of the state vaccination site.
This video shows you what you can expect when you visit a state community vaccination site.
The woman rolls up to the building entrance past welcome signs. Her hand presses the push to open door button.
When you arrive at the vaccination site, you'll see signage directing you to the site's entrance.
Inside the entrance of the building, a staff member takes a blind woman's forehead temperature using a touchless thermometer. The staff member hands the woman a new disposable mask.
A greeter will take your temperature and ask you to replace or cover your existing mask with a clean and disposable mask.
A man in a gray shirt, a staff member, and an ASL interpreter stand in the lobby of a vaccination site. The man signs an ASL. His ASL interpreter signs the staff member's response.
Staff can connect you with the assistance you might need during your vaccination appointment. If you have a specific question or request, call the site in advance.
An on-screen graphic reads, visit mn.gov/COVID-19/find-vaccine/program/index.jsp to find phone numbers for vaccination sites. A man in a yellow shirt with a cane walks up to a check-in table where a woman is sitting and starts the check-in process. His hand holds up a mobile phone so the woman can see the screen.
At check-in, you might be asked to show your appointment confirmation. It can be printed, or you can show the email confirmation on your phone. After checking in, you might need to wait in line before getting your vaccine.
After he is checked in, she directs him to continue on into the site.
Let the check-in staff know if you need a chair while you wait.
A staff member carries a chair past people waiting in line for a blind woman to sit on while she waits.
Make your way to a nurse when one becomes available.
A woman in a mobility chair is directed to an available nurse. She asks the nurse for more privacy for her vaccination. The nurse leads her to a vaccination area behind a privacy screen.
You can ask for more privacy if it would make you feel more comfortable.
The man in the gray shirt sits next to a nurse. He pulls up his sleeve to reveal his upper arm and shoulder. She positions his arm so it is in the correct position for vaccination.
The nurse will need access to your upper arm to administer the vaccine.
The woman in the mobility chair behind the privacy screen gets a Band-Aid on her upper arm from a nurse. The man in the gray shirt gets a Band-Aid on his upper arm and signs, "Thank you." The man in the yellow shirt shows off his Band-Aid and gives a thumbs up. The woman in the mobility chair shows off her Band-Aid and gives a thumbs up.
The nurse will give you a vaccination card if this is your first dose of COVID-19 vaccine.
A nurse holds up a CDC vaccination card. She explains and points to different areas of the card while talking to the woman in the mobility chair.
Keep the card in a safe place and bring it with you if you need a second dose.
A sign reads "Observation." A staff member walks with the blind woman past the sign and to an empty seat in the observation area of the vaccination site.
After your vaccination, you'll be asked to wait for about 15 to 30 minutes just to make sure you don't have any serious side effects.
The man in the gray shirt stands next to an observation sign with a nurse and an ASL interpreter. The ASL interpreter is signing what the nurse is saying.
Staff will explain what to do if you're not feeling well.
A group of people are sitting waiting in the observation area. The blind woman raises her hand.
Trained staff like nurses or emergency medical technicians are on site to answer your questions and provide care if you don't feel well.
A nurse comes over and speaks with her to make sure everything is okay. The camera pans down to a sign that says, "Wait here 15 minutes."
After your 15 or 30 minutes are up, you're all done.
The man with the yellow shirt and cane walks up to a staff member at a table with a sign that says, "Second dose appointments," and starts up a conversation.
If your brand of vaccine requires a second dose, make sure you have an appointment scheduled and on your calendar. The staff at the site can look up your second appointment for you if you can't remember the date.
The scene changes. Circles appear across the screen with videos of people showing off and celebrating their "I got my shot" stickers.
Thank you for getting vaccinated.
The circles of people disappear. A "I got my shot" logo and website link appears. https://mn.gov/covid19/vaccine/find-vaccine.
If you have questions about state vaccination sites, visit our website.